Where did I come from? I came from very humble beginnings. I remember being very, very young when my parents divorced. I believe I was 3, no more than 4 years of age, and I had 2 sisters that were younger than me. I remember my mother constantly saying she was 20 or 21, and she had 3 children, 3 young children under the age of 5, and having to do it alone because my parents divorced very young, when we were very young. My mother had to move us into a project home after the divorce because she was a stay-at-home mother, which was very common at that particular time in the late 60s, early 70s. And I just remember, although we were poor and very poor, my mother was on social services. She had her high school diploma, but because her and my father got married when she was young, she did not go on to get her college degree. And I just remember her instilling in my sisters and I, with her iron fist, that although we lived in the projects, although we lived in certain circumstances, although we did not have an abundance of materialistic things, she told my sisters and I, where you are does not matter because you are becoming. She was very adamant about owning who you are. She was very adamant about education. It was one of those things in our house that was never up for discussion. She ran a very diplomatic household, but there were certain things that we knew that we were just going to do. I remember, thinking about the transition as we left, because we ultimately moved out of the projects because our mother had to go back to get her bachelor's degrees, which she did, and she wound up being employed with HSBC Bank and retired from there. But I remember thinking that transition, what would I tell my 21-year-old self? There are a few things that I would tell my 21-year-old self. One, I would tell myself, just never give up. Always chase your dreams. I think all too often, because there isn't this yellow brick road laid out for us, because the glass slipper does not fit, individuals that look like me, we tend to think that there's some kind of magic potion, or the dreams are what for those individuals who are special, as if I wasn't special because I came from a broken home, because I was raised by my mother, because we were poor. We didn't have a car. That's not the case. Those things make you who you are. And the other thing I would tell myself is it's important not to concentrate or dwell on the opinions of other people, because most times almost everyone is teased at one point. There's adults that are right now being teased for being different. If you're going to be different in a way that's unique for yourself, because it does make you feel bad then, but the more you become yourself, the more you stand in your truth, the more you understand who you are, the better you will be, not only for yourself, but the individual that's watching.